Creator of WealthyLifeSecrets.com and the Wealthy Life Secrets program. Today I'd like to talk to you about the 3 loopholes of the law of attraction. These loopholes allow you to get quicker results than you ever imagined possible. These are loopholes that are seldom talked about and anywhere in the law of attraction or the secret. The first loophole is ego. Now, you're probably wondering, what does ego have to do with anything about the law of attraction? Well, let me tell you. Ego is that primitive part of our brain that labels things. It allows us to navigate and associate with the world. When you look at a door, ego labels it as door. Ego remembers what doors are used for. You look at a couch, ego labels it as couch. Cars, pencils, pens, paper, books, all of those labels are ego in action. Ego allows us to navigate the world in a natural way. It remembers things for us so that we don't have to. You don't think when you go to open a door that, oh, okay, I got to turn the doorknob, and then I've got to pull, or I've got to push. No, ego remembers those things for us so that we don't have to clutter our brain with useless information. It develops habits. Now, this can be a positive and a negative. Ego can be our friend, our ally, or our enemy. The problem for most people is they get so attached to labels, so attached to ideas and concepts, that they have a hard time breaking outside of those ideas and concepts in order to allow themselves to experience a much fuller, more enjoyable life. Now that's the negative side. When we get caught up in concepts and ideas because of ego and ego's need to be right and recognized, we can get stuck in a rut without the ability to break outside of it in order to get the results we need. The key to working with ego is to convince ego that those things that serve us are what are correct and right. To convince it that certain concepts and ideas, such as the law of attraction, are what keep ego alive and feed it and allow it to feel as though it's needed and necessary. Your ability to develop those habits and create labels in areas that serve you is essential to your success with the law of attraction. Now, the second loophole with the law of attraction are our emotions. Now, all of you, if you've even touched upon the law of attraction or the secret just a little bit, know that you attract to you through your thoughts and your emotions. What most people don't know, however, is that each and every one of us is addicted to our emotions. That's right, you're addicted to your emotions. This is a good and a positive thing also. The bad side for most people is that they are addicted to negative emotions. Now see, we can't look at anything, we can't listen to anything, we can't do anything without there being an emotional response involved. Emotions color our lives. They're not good or bad necessarily, so much as they are an experience of our human connection to the world. Now, the problem for most people is that they have developed the addiction to negative emotions, such as sadness, sorrow, being a victim, the emotion of lack, things like that. These are negative emotions that most people have developed over the years. The goal is to develop a positive emotional addiction to those emotions that will help us attract to us those things that we want the most. See, most of us are already coming from a negative emotional addiction. So we have to practice over and over and over again feeling positive emotions, feeling emotions such as love, happiness, joy, bliss, passion, inspiration. These are emotions that we have to practice, and as we practice them, we develop new emotional addictions, and therefore attract to us completely new and different situations. Most people continue to create over and over again the exact same reality, the exact same life that they have always attracted and created because they have never understood or broken their emotional addictions. They continuously attract situations that allow them to feel like a victim, and their life stays the same. Even if they're miserable and unhappy with their current life, they've never broken outside this emotional addiction. So if you want to get the best results with the law of attraction, you have to be able to break outside those negative emotional addictions you have and develop positive emotional addictions that serve you. The third loophole with the law of attraction is very simple. The first step is always the hardest. Now, this is almost a no-brainer, but I don't think most people really think about it. I see many, many, many people that start on the self-help path or the personal development path, or they begin a hobby that they're really excited about and really want to get started with, but they quit before they get any results or even stand a chance of getting results. Now see, most people will start with something such as the law of attraction, and they'll practice feeling good, and they'll practice focusing on what they want, and they might even write down the things that they want in their life. The problem is that they do not practice long enough to turn it into a habit. It's sort of like pushing a car. Many of you can experience and relate to the experience of pushing a car. If a car is in neutral and it's sitting still, the hardest part of moving that car is getting it started. The initial push is the hardest part. Once you get the car rolling, it doesn't take much to keep it moving. Now, what has always amazed me is that most people will quit with something that will actually serve them and make their lives better, such as the law of attraction, long before they even stand a chance of actually getting results. Now, if you were on a 4-lane highway and your car broke down, you wouldn't stop pushing just because you made it 10 feet or it got difficult. You would keep pushing until that car was in a safe place and in a place that other people were not in danger. Why not keep going with the law of attraction? Why not keep going with those things that will serve you in your life? It's not necessarily easy. The first step is the hardest step because you have to undo years upon years upon years upon years of habits and addictions and behaviors. But once you start moving, once you keep moving, you begin to create results in your life. And eventually, these results become habits and that allow you to attract and manifest everything and anything you want with very little to no effort because you've created habits and addictions that are naturally a part of who and what you are. Just as easily as you attract and create the life that you now live, you can attract and create the life that you want to live if you keep going and if you keep practicing. Thanks for listening. This is Dwayne Gilbert with WealthyLifeSecrets.com and the Wealthy Life Secrets program. Unleash your full potential and learn how to create, manifest, and live the life of your dreams.